All I ever do is ball, man. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Bad man when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many mills. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We go, tonight! 180! Let's go, tight end. Let's go right in now.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 45 on second down, Goff. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Cook's now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
76.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We go. 180. Tiger.
Goff on third down. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. This is Butler making the catch. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Murray with a third and long. He may try and run for this. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Motion. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Bring it. 51, Mike.
From the gun, here's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First down and then some at midfield. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the Rams' 35-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Check 4, check 4.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll have to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Switch up, switch up.
Here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards at a first down, L.A. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
180. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin. DC.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go tonight. 180.
Goff on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Goff going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw once more on second and 10. Goff, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasize.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. That's it. Hey, 50, Mike's 50. Go. 50, Mike's 50. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Murray off play action. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Now it's gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first and goal, Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second and goal, Goff, open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Now Goff on third and goal. He can fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
At the 1-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his guys are going to take over. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Rip left. Check. Super 66.
On the ground with Rutkowski. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Los Angeles.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now Goff on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Hooked off by Robert Alford. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
After the interception, here's Goff. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
And it's 3rd down.
20.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damiere Byrd. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Rams take over. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They find some open field here. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Back to throw. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. And this is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. But Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Right over there, yeah. 58, right there. Focus, defense, focus.
Back to throw, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 38-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Go, 120. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
And they take a knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. BVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Blow your mind. Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I
my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, wide